Let us say, for the sake of argument, this person, Christian Prince, he do not know and he did not study. Show us your knowledge. Yes. Hello, Abdul.
Is this?
Yes, this is a Christian Prince. Go ahead.
Yes, Christian Prince. I'm calling you because of a hadith you mentioned last time about the 8 angels carrying the throne. Yes, but I just want to, I want you to have an honest discussion, please.
Okay.
Many things you say, Christian Prince, we don't get a chance to even respond to them.
All right, no problem, my friend, but don't make me shout, because the second you start playing games, I shout, and I have, my voice is lost. I don't want to shout. Please respect yourself. Okay, let us be honest. Okay, so what the problem with the hadith of the 8 goats who is carrying the Allah?
We don't say that. We don't say that, and the hadith doesn't say that.
Doesn't say that it doesn't say 8 goats?
No. The hadith says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he has a throne, and that throne is carried by 8 angels, which are in the image of deers. You see, what I'm trying to say, Christian Prince, is we have to be consistent, really.
Okay, hold on. So the hadith you are quoting for me is coming from where?
The hadith is not, I'm not aware that it is authentic. I believe it is not authentic.
I'm asking you, no, you are the one who said to me, the hadith, you are the one quoting for me. Are you quoting for me hadith is not authentic too?
No, but the hadith has some power. It is not very authentic, but
you see, my friend, are you quoting for me a hadith? Is it trustworthy, or you are quoting for me a lie too?
No, it is not either this or that. We can have probabilities. We can have it's probably true. We can say that. Because authenticity is when you are sure that certain that this is true. But you can have something which is not as strong. But I want to go into this detail.
My friend, but isn't it that in the Quran? Isn't it the Quran says that that there is 8 they are carrying the throne?
There are 8 angels. On the day of judgment, there will be 8 angels carrying the throne.
What is the description of those 8 angels, please?
They are in the images, according to this hadith. There are other hadiths, but according to this hadith, they are in the image of 8 deers.
8 deers. Okay.
Yes, deers.
Okay. Guys, did you hear this? So Allah is carried by Allah is carried by 8 deers according to you.
No.
You are the one who just
carried. Please,
you are the one who just said that.
Listen, Christian Prince, I want you to have an honest discussion with me. We are responsible for what we say.
Abdul, aren't you the one who just said, I asked you about the hadith? You are the one who called me and you said word by word about the ones who carry the throne of Allah, correct?
They carry the throne of Allah, but they do not carry Allah.
All right, okay. So where is Allah?
Allah is above the throne.
So
and He is the one who...
Okay, so they carry the throne, but they don't carry Allah?
Yes.
They carry the throne, but they cannot carry Allah.
Yes, because Allah is the one who carries power.
Hold on. So why Allah he need 8 deers to carry the throne if the throne is not carried by them anyway?
Christian Prince, wasn't Jesus? You believe that he is God? Isn't that correct? My
friend, change the topic. Why the deer is carrying the throne of Allah if there is no need for them? What exactly they are doing there?
They are there as a manifestation of Allah's kingdom and His power.
What power? I can get at 8 deers now, and that will make me God.
You mentioned about Santa Claus. Remember?
About what? Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Yes. When I looked at the pictures, it is not at all as you say.
What do you mean?
The Santa Claus is in a cart which is pulled. So how can you make this analogy?
Because it doesn't matter if it's pulled or carried, it's the same. Because this is because if you see in the fiction stories, not the real one, that Santa Claus, he fly even in the wind, and he have eight deers, and they are dragging his cart. Allah sitting in the top of a cart. It's a throne, and the deers are carrying him.
Sits on the throne.
Okay,
you believe
Allah,
in the throne,
Allah, he sit in the throne. No, the throne for us is not physical. The throne is metaphorical of the power of God, of his authority. God do not need a chair.
Would you like to go into this in detail?
My friend, now let us go to the details about the 8 deers who carry your God throne. Why they are carrying? Why he need them? You said because Allah, he need to show his power, right?
Power and majesty.
Okay, well, who is going to show it to who? I mean, by 8 deers.
One second. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Please, Christian Prince, I want you to be. We have to. We are responsible for what we say. We are. We will be responsible for every word we utter. So we have to be.
I'm just repeating what you said.
Truthful.
I'm repeating what you said, not what I said. You are the one.
I'm not trying to be. Wallahi, Christian Prince. I'm not trying to be in any way. To not.
No problem. No problem.
Be honest.
No problem. No problem. Let's see if you're honest. Let's see.
You are not being honest, and this is the problem.
The problem is you swallow always your words, and you take it back. You take it back. You say something, and then after that, you take it back. You are not consistent with what you say to us. A second ago, you say to us, Allah is a throne is carried by 8 deers, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. But carried by 8
okay.
angels in the images of deers.
Why the angels have the images of deers?
It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala creates whatever He wills, here, Christian Prince.
And this is not this is not the question. This is not the question. The question is, why they are deers, they are angels. What happened? If there's a symbolic for that, why he did that?
Just I tell you something. It doesn't say that they are deers. It says they are angels in the images of deers. Like it could be part of it is a deer. We don't know. We haven't seen these things. We haven't seen the unseen.
Okay, do you see the hadith in front of me? The hadith in front of me, it says there are 8 mountain goats.
Yes, but there is but in the hadith it says that they were that there in other hadith it says ala surati, in the image of.
It doesn't matter. So are you saying they have the look of a deer or mountain goats, but they are not?
Yes, it could be. It is possible. It's not inconceivable. And these angels are very tremendous.
Okay, forget about what. Okay, let us say they are angels in the. No problem. They are angels in the image of goats. No problem. I like that actually.
We don't say goats, we say aw'al.
Aw'al, it's a mountain goat. Aw'al is a mountain goat.
Yes, a mountain, not a mountain goat. Aw'al is something which is it's a bigger creature. Okay.
Yeah, it's a goat.
It's a more beautiful creature.
It's a goat. It's very beautiful. I know it's very beautiful. I like that.
Not the goat.
So Allah is carried by 8 of the. So Allah, no, it's mountain goat. It's not a deer. It's a mountain goat.
It says aw'al.
My friend, read the Muslim. This is your Muslim translation, not mine. Even the Muslim translation says mountain goats. Okay, no problem. So now Allah is carried by 8 goats. Why he need them?
We didn't say this.
Okay, why he need them? What exactly those? Let us say they are deer. Let us say they are bear. No problem. Why Allah he need them to carry him? What is the point?
Christian Prince, I didn't say that Allah is carried by these creatures.
You said his throne is carried. You said his throne is carried,
yes,
right?
His
okay.
Throne
so
is carried.
Why he need his throne to be carried by 8 goats?
Allah creates whatever He wills. Why did He create you? Does He need to create you?
No, but here we have. See, my friend, listen. You see, you start asking. The reason God created me is different from the reason in Islam. In Christianity, God He created us to share His love with us and to share His eternal life with us. But your God He created you to worship. Your God He created you to be His slave. This is what Islam believes. All right?
No, it is both. It is both.
No, that's not true. No. Let me get you busted. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْإِنسَ وَالْجَنَّ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Don't lie. I created the mankind only for one purpose, which is to worship me. So don't lie to me. Says to share or whatever. No, not to share. To be His slave.
No, it is both.
Show me where it says that. Show me. Prove me wrong.
Okay. Allah. I don't want to prove you wrong. I want to tell you. But before we go into this, I just want to say something.
My friend, you cannot show me. You cannot show me. Read with me. Please, I did not create. I did not. Read. This is a chapter 51, verse number. This is 51. This is the chapter 51, verse number 56. I did not create the jinn and mankind except to worship me. Simple and clear.
But we do believe that Allah loves His creation.
This is not the question. Why Allah He created you? You added things that not exist in Islam. Don't lie.
No, we believe Allah
you
loves
promise.
the good people.
You said you will be honest, and as you see, you are not. Because why you are saying to me, Allah He created us for other reason, when the Quran make it clear that Allah, I did not create the jinn and mankind except for one thing. What is that? To worship me. So don't lie.
Yes, He created us to worship.
So now we go back. So now we go back.
However,
Now we go back to the goats.
no.
We go back to the goats.
Christian Prince, please, listen. It's not you. You should believe. I believe in my heart. It's not your fault that you are a Christian. You were born a Christian. It's not your fault, and you should have this. If you believe that Islam is false, you should have it in your heart. You should understand.
It is the fault of who? It is the fault of who? I am a Christian. Can you tell me?
It is not the fault of anyone. It is by Allah's wisdom that He made us different.
So Allah is the one. Listen to this, guys. Allah, He made me Christian, and then He will punish me for being Christian. You heard this?
No, this is not what I said.
What do you mean no?
I said Allah. No. I said Allah created you, made you into a Christian household, and He made me into a Muslim household.
No. This is not the question. This is not the question.
Why is that? Please,
this is not the
listen,
question. Listen, Abdul. Listen. No, listen. I'm asking you, who is the one who made me Christian? Don't tell me Christian household. What if somebody became a Christian? He was a Muslim. Who made him a Christian?
I'm exactly pointing to this, that Allah made us into different people to test us.
This is not the question. Who made him a Christian?
No. He made you a Christian. He created you into a Christian household. He decreed that you choose to do good things or evil things.
My friend, so He is the one who made me Christian. So why He want to punish me for being a Christian?
He made you a Christian because He created everything in the world. Who made you a Christian?
Abdul, but here the problem, He made me Christian. He just not created me as a man. No, He created me and He made me Christian, and then He will punish me for He made me Christian.
No. When you steal only by the decree of Allah. But when you steal, you understand that you are responsible.
My friend, if it's by the decree of Allah, how you can be responsible for the decree of Allah?
We are responsible for everything we do.
How we can be responsible if we have no freedom? If we have no freedom?
We have will. We have decisions.
That's false, my friend. Let me get you busted.
We have decisions.
You forgot we spoke about that before. Should I get you busted again, my friend?
I didn't listen to all of your debates.
Okay, listen to this. Okay, listen to this. If a child he commit no sin in Islam, where he will go? To heaven or to hell?
There are two authentic, two of the best.
Give me the answer. Give me the answer. Don't play games. There is 2 and there's a 3, there's 4, there's 7, there's 8. Give me the answer.
Yes.
If a child he die, he never commits sin, he is an infant, where he go? Heaven or hell?
He go either to heaven,
or
he is tested in the next
Thank you very much, guys. Either to heaven, either to hell. Okay, why he will go to hell? Give me the reason.
No. I didn't say to hell.
You say
either to heaven or to be tested in the next life.
That's a lie. Show me the reference. That's a lie.
There is a hadith about this. It's authentic.
Here we go. This is the hadith in front of me. Don't lie. The hadith in front of me. This is authentic. Here we go. Sahih Muslim and Sahih Bukhari. It's in front of my eyes. Allah Messenger, there is happiness. Aisha, she said, there is a happiness for this child who is a bird of the birds of paradise, for it commit no sin, nor has it reached the age of when one can commit sin. He said, oh Aisha, fear adventure, it might be the otherwise, which means might go to hell, because God created for paradise those who are fit for it, while they were while they were in their father lions, and He created to hell who are go to hell, and He created them for hell while they were. So Muhammad is saying that the baby he might go to hell.
That is correct. If he is tested.
What tested? What is the tested? How you can test a baby? Are you stupid or what?
Should I bring you the hadith?
How you can test a baby? How you can test a baby? He is 1 day old. How you can? Are you stupid or what? How you can test a baby? He is 1 day old.
He will be created in the next life, and he will be tested as a man.
Don't lie.
This is the hadith.
Don't lie. This is the baby in front of you. He died already. There's no next life to be created. What next life? Next life is heaven or hell. That's it.
As Ibn Taymiyyah says,
what was Ibn Taymiyyah? Is your prophet Ibn Taymiyyah? Show me where your prophet he said. Show me where your hold on. Show me where your prophet said that a baby he die, he will live again, and he will grow as a man, and then he will be given life so we can love.
طيب, I will bring you the very hadith, okay?
Okay.
But just wait for me a second. أهل الفترة. I want أهل الفترة. Write أهل الفترة ومن في حكمهم. أهل الفترة, امتحان أهل الفترة, حديث أهل الفترة. يعني I'm saying that it's not our fault that we are born into this difference.
Find me the hadith.
That's what I'm saying.
Find me the hadith. So
yes, I bring the hadith. But promise me to speak to you.
No problem. Let us see.
بأهل الفترة مدة حكمهم. Yes. فترة بس خمس حكم على فترة ماشية على أقل الدرجة السنة. طيب, the hadith is, I see fatawi for the hadith. I need to look for the place in it. 1 second.
Are you sure it's a hadith?
Yes, it's an authentic. It's hasan. يعني the scholars take it because it is hasan.
But it's a hadith from your prophet.
Yes. فأما حديث إن أبي وأباك في النار فهو صحيح في الصحيح في رواه مسلم. إن أبي وأباك في النار.
You're reading just what somebody told you, my friend. What happened to you?
Hello.
Yeah. Did you find the hadith? Did you find the hadith?
معاذ بن جبل وقد صح.
I don't hear you. Hello. Are you there? Why you go mute? Hello? Hello? I don't know what happened with this guy. Any Abdul? This is how stupid this cult is. As you say, this is officially stupid. Muhammad is rebuking Aisha for she believed that a child who is an infant, he will go to hell. Yes, Abdul.
Hello.
Hey, Abdul, how are you?
Hi, this is
the one who shout a lot. Yeah. Now, are you a true Muslim or a fake Muslim?
I'm a true Muslim.
Okay, we are talking about your prophet. He said an infant baby will go to hell. What do you say about that?
The infant baby can go to hell?
Yeah, an infant who he's a child of a Muslim family, and yet he will go to hell. What do you say?
I mean, I personally was taught that a Muslim infant who has no sin will go to heaven.
Who told you that?
But I do not know the other opinions.
Give me the name of the liar who said that to you.
First of all, how can you call someone a liar if you don't know the information?
Because there's one of two is a liar. Either you're the one who told you, or the Prophet of Islam is a liar. Choose one. Which one?
Is it okay if you narrate the hadith that you just
yeah, sure.
talked about,
This is Sahih Muslim, hadith number 2662 C. And I'm showing it in the screen. You can look at YouTube and you can read it.
Okay. Hello?
I'm listening.
I'm currently on the phone, so I can't multitask.
No problem.
On YouTube and
no problem. I hope you will find the correct answer. So Allah will give you all the promises, including He will give you virgins who each time you sleep with them, Allah will put His finger there and He will make them virgin again.
In regards to the first question that I asked you previously, what formal Bible study do you have in regards to studying?
I'm applying to work for you as a minister in a church or something.
I mean, I personally want to know, because in
my friend, I am here. My knowledge is speak of me, not my papers. People, they can say whatever they want.
Okay. Is it okay if I relate to you? So in Bob Jones University, have you ever heard of that university?
I don't care about university. Answer me here now.
No, I'm talking about, that's a Bible university.
I don't know it. I do not care for it, and I will not go there.
All right. So Bob Jones University.
I don't care. I don't stop being stupid. Answer the question. Stupid. Don't go there. Answer me. Why your prophet saying that the baby will go to hell? What kind of religion believe that a baby who never commits sin will go to hell?
So first of all, you're doing a fallacy of a straw man.
Fallacy of what?
I'm asking you a question. Right? Have you ever done formal Bible study? And then I told you about a university, which is a Christian university, which it should be very important to you.
Why it's important for me? There's millions of university, my friend, and my university is Jesus, is not any university. None of the apostles, listen donkey. None of the apostle of Jesus went to university, and none of the apostle of the apostle went to university, and none of the apostle 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 ever went to university. So shut up, you follow a prophet who don't even know how to read, how to write, and you are asking me to go to university. I have a degree. In Islamic law. I have a degree in Islamic law. I am a Muslim scholar. Shut up. Now, are you going to answer or not?
That's nice. So, are you qualified to interpret the Bible yourself?
None of your business. My debate will prove me if I am a person who knows or not. Now answer me.
It's not about knowing.
My friend is stupid. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. You are a kid. Don't force me. Don't force me to hang up on you. Don't act like a man. Either you are calling me to have a debate with me, or you are calling me to ask me what I work. What is? Do you want to ask me what is the size of my shoe? Do you want to know the size of my shoe?
I'm trying to see, why don't you want to ask
what's your business? What's your business? No, I don't talk about myself. I am not here to brag about myself. I am here to debate Muslims and get them busted, and you are getting busted now.
The way you're
answer, Abdul. You are being stupid. I'm losing my patience with you. Are you going to answer? What kind of a prophet? What kind of a prophet? Shut up! Don't ever. You are a psychopath. You are a psychopath. You are the one who follow a child molester, and you have to be a psychopath to follow him. A person who accepts a child molester to be the best example for him, he must be sick.